Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial from Trust. Okay, so we're going to see how we can add custom CSS to our website, our WordPress website. Specifically, we're going to see two different ways we can add custom CSS to our websites. Okay, but before we get right into it, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I want to encourage you to subscribe, and if you eventually like the content, make sure you leave a like. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing is I'm going to come to appearance and I'm going to click on customize. Okay, so it opens the WordPress customizer, okay, where we can tweak the settings for our WordPress website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and just at the last menu item here, you see additional CSS. Okay, I'll click on it, and it shows me this like a mini editor, okay, where I can add some CSS. Okay, so essentially all you need to do is to add your CSS style. Okay, so I can, for example, say header, which actually targets this header here, and I can just say, let me just hide it maybe. Okay, and I'll say none. And as you can see, the header is out of the flow of the page. Okay, so that's one way you can add your custom CSS. So if you are trying to solve a problem on your WordPress website and you are required to add a few lines of CSS, you can actually bring your CSS here. Okay, but before this video is over, I'll show you the disadvantage of putting your CSS here and how you can prevent that. Okay, so this is the first way you can add custom CSS, but I'm not going to add this here. So but then when you've added your CSS, you need to come here and click on publish. Okay, so if I click on publish, whatever rules, CSS rules I put here would be permanent on the site. Okay, but obviously I don't want to hide my header, so I'm just going to undo that. All right, so that's the first way. The second way you can add custom CSS to your website is by using a custom plugin. So what I'll do is I'll come to plugins and I'll click on add new. And I'm simply going to search for simple custom CSS. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, but I think they are very similar, so but I'll go with this one, simple custom CSS. With this you can also add some JavaScript. Okay, so there is a project I created, a custom project I created, a Google Drive download link generator. Okay, so I actually wrote out the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript myself, but I wanted to just host it on a WordPress website. So I think I used this plugin to host my code. Okay, so but what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the simple custom CSS. And I would activate it. So maybe I will just open my website somewhere here. Okay, all right, so the plugin is activated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate the plugin. So let me just see, where are you? Simple custom CSS. Okay, so appearance and custom CSS, that's where we find that option. Okay, so I'm just going to open it in a new tab and show you what the interface looks like. So this is where you can add your lines of CSS. Okay, so this is just a CSS comment. Okay, so I can come here and I can say header, and I can set the display to none. Okay, and then I can click on update custom CSS. Okay, so if I come to this page that is loaded and I refresh the page, then you see that my header is gone. Okay, so I don't have the header anymore. So essentially, what is the difference between adding your custom CSS here as against adding it on your WordPress customizer? Now, if you have a theme that is constantly being updated, okay, um, either automatically or you manually update it yourself, then you would lose the styles you add. Okay, so what you need to do if you want to add custom CSS on your WordPress customizer is you need to have a child theme. Okay, I'll leave a link in the description to a tutorial on how to create a child theme. Okay, so because personally I prefer adding my CSS right here to avoid installing a new plugin on my website. So as much as possible, you want to avoid using plugins you don't need. Okay, so because the more plugins you add, the more baggages you can possibly have on your WordPress website. Like the WordPress plugin, for example, can slow down your website, can add a vulnerability to your website. So the fewer, the better. Okay. So if you want to use this customizer, you will need to create a child theme. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description on how to create a child theme in WordPress, such that when you update your theme, you don't lose the changes, your custom changes you made to your website. Okay, so that's the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then I want to encourage you to subscribe right now, and if you liked the content you just watched, hit the like button and share. Thank you so much. See you in another video.